Hi everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys and this is your zodiac reading for the second quarter of 2022. This reading is for Virgo. Welcome back, Virgo. This is your reading for the next 3 months, the next quarter of 2022. I'll start with your theme for the next 3 months and then I'll move on. Let me use this. Huge change, Virgo. Yep. I feel you being your own worst enemy here, Virgo, which Aries got as well, but in a different way. Like, you have this perception about being trapped. Let's see. So Virgo, let's see. Okay, so you have flow, which is the wheel of fortune, and that speaks about big change, which is great, positive change. Working against you, what could work against you is you feeling like you have like you can't make a choice. You're feeling quite hopeless about something you need to, you're feeling stuck about maybe a decision, and instead of making a choice, you're keeping yourself in one place. You're thinking, okay, I can't do this, and you can. On the other hand, you have joy and stability. So there's this thing around you working for you, is that you have built something stable, so you've got to hold on to that. Let me just see your energy, and you might even be dealing with an Aries because you have dedicated effort here, and they got that in here. They also got this card. They got similar cards, and so you have dedicated effort in the reverse, which is saying to me you are giving up on something. What's around you is an invitation to look inward, that you do have the answers within. You are the hermit, for goodness sake, that you can take time to be still and find those answers within. Your advice is, I think that you are being advised to look for the answers within, and then move forward swiftly. I think your main advice is that it's not a time for you to give up now. It's time for you to move forward. You are giving up on something, maybe even on someone, because you feel helpless. You feel like you have no choice or no say in something. Let me get some clarifiers here. I'll leave that. There's a fire sign showing up again. The healer of fire. So let's put it this way, that whatever this is, it's something that you feel passionate about. And then you get the Two of Fire again, that card of indecision again. So this change that's happening is to do with something that you feel very passionate about. Now the curandera of fire is the healer of wands. It's like the king, but here it's called the healer, which is, it has such a different implication. So there's something that you feel passionately about, that I think this is going to be quite an unexpected change. Something you thought was one way is another. But you have complacence on your side. You are convincing yourself that you are stuck when you aren't. Like the choice that you need to make, kind of. Let me get one more for here. Wow, the Moon card. Well, what's working for you is the ability, the willingness to confront your own fears. And I think your fears might be around stability, around family, around maybe for some of you even stable relationships. There might be some fears around that. But you're not. So there's this change that's trying to happen, or well, it's very much on the cards. There's a huge transformation taking place. You can be your own worst enemy and telling yourself you, almost like it's out of your control. In some senses, when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, it does say it's almost like a predestined change, transformation. But I mean, I think that it might have the so-called hand of God, goddess, or spirit in it, but I don't think that believe in predestiny, but that's my view. But I feel like it's a dance. It's a co-creation, but there is this passionate new beginning, passionate change that's taking place. That's a change that's taking you towards your passion. Maybe even for some of you, you are moving towards healing, or maybe moving towards a healer, or towards some project, maybe even shamanism has come up, or consulting a healer. But there is a huge change, and it's about something that you feel passionate about. What's working for you is the stability, is that that you have this ability. Well, maybe you have created some stability, and so maybe that's what you need to fall back on, is reminding you that whatever happens, you have your stability, that you don't have to be derailed by this indecision. I feel like you mustn't let fear get in the way, and it's somehow you have a fear about the stability that you have maybe tried to create, or maybe you have other deep-seated fears, like beliefs, deep-seated beliefs that you're not even aware of, kind of thing, about stability, about joy, almost like joy doesn't last, or relationships don't last, or I don't know, what if I lose this? So I think you need to confront your fears and remind yourself that you have built this, whatever that stability is that you have built. And let me get for everything more clarifiers. Two ones come out there. So you get here with the dedicated effort, you get the 7 of air. You definitely are playing some game, Virgo, with yourself, or maybe even with others, or another, whatever. But there's this, it's almost like using your energy towards creating potions or something. It's like a futile activity. I don't know what's going on here with you, Virgo, but you are playing games that are not good for you, it looks like. Okay? If I'm wrong, then this is not for you. And gosh, there's this choice again. You've got 2-3 times. It's like you are needing to make a choice. Now, for some of you, it could be between 2 jobs, something that you're passionate about, as opposed to something that is financially rewarding, maybe. For others, it could be 2 partners, 2 paths, to stay or to go, to move home, or whatever. But you are faced with this choice. And with the third eye there, I think you need to do some third eye work. You just need to sit still, and maybe, you know what I'm thinking here? Work with your dreams, Virgo. Go to bed with the pen and paper, or book and paper, whatever, journal, by your bedside, and ask yourself, ask your guides, or whatever, to help you remember your dreams, and jot them down for a few days, and then just see what that reveals for you. I think that's the one thing you can do. But this is also the energy around you. I think that there's a partnership around you, that's possibly no, I was going to say preordained, not preordained, but brought to you because you've asked for it. So you need to figure that out. Then you have with the with the Cancer card and the Sagittarius card, you've got lots of players here. Let me see what I see. Oh, you don't. Well, you have Cancer twice, and I think I mentioned Aries, and now you have Sagittarius showing up. But it could be those qualities around you. But this is saying two things. One, you can move forward. It's time to move forward. It's what I'm getting. It's like you are delaying yourself. 7, and there's another. Well, you're delaying yourself. Yeah, you're being your own worst enemy. Not trusting yourself. Not acting on something that you feel called to act on, Virgo. For your fears, and those fears are related to stability. But this is working for you, is that you can confront those fears. It's almost like an opportunity to confront something quite deep-seated fears, I think. You have the 7 of the Chariot with the Temperance card. So it's saying that there are two things that are working together for you that you need to harness the energy of the two horses, and knowing that you have the ability to calmly manage them. So which almost kind of suggests that there's you can have your cake and eat it. Now I'm just thinking about it. So like two things. You've been feeling like you have to make a choice maybe, and what this is suggesting is that, well, for some of you, I think you can have both and find a way of harnessing them. So it could be like this. You can have love, and you can have work and pleasure. You can have a stable relationship and a stable work relationship. You don't have to choose one over the other. It can be that. It could be that you don't have to choose one relationship over another. If this is the case, I would only say that if there is a choice between two people, and you are guided that you can have both, that those people have a choice in that as well. You might be interested in someone that is polyamorous, and maybe you've never been down that road before, and now you are being presented with it. For me, the most important thing is mutual respect and people having a say in their future. So by them having the truth, they can decide whether to be in that same situation or not. So I think that for some of you, this is what this is saying. It could be, if you think about feeling helpless and hopeless, it could be that you've been offered a job in a different country, and you have a relationship in this country, wherever that country is, and this is saying that you can manage that. It doesn't have to be a long-term thing, but over the next 3 months you can manage that. But you need to find a way of harnessing those energies. You need to think about in a calm way. There's something right. So if they say distance relationships don't work, but they could. So for some of you, that's what it could be, and it's almost like having patience with each other. For others, it's maybe 2 jobs that you are. Maybe you need to find a way of letting them complement each other. Like where's the overlap? Where can the one feed the other? But with the Chariot, it's saying you can move forward swiftly, but it also suggests being able to draw 2 energies in. Now, for some of you, it could be drawing 2 loves together, meaning yours and another's. For each of you, it will be different. But there's a requirement of patience, of taking things easy ease, patience, and seeing two sides of the story, And maybe that's the problem, is that sometimes that's the thing that keeps us stuck. But there's definitely a push for you to move now. And then the crown chakra just says that you are divinely guided with this. It's almost like there is this feeling of predestiny in a way, not so much predestiny, but like you have been guided here, and that guidance doesn't come through mindlessness. It kind of comes through our souls. We've asked for them. Sometimes we don't even know we have, but that's where, it's that kind of playing together, spirit and self, soul and higher self, self and higher self, It's something like that. It's like it's like you have been guided here. This situation is guided. And so with the same kind of idea as with Aries, this this is 5 of coins, so it's talking about, I think you're being asked to trust. You're being asked to trust this emotional transformation that's taking place for you. Emotional and passionate transformation that's taking place for you. And trust that it's kind of like this thing, maybe because you're the hermit, right? You like to be on the outside of things, and whatever this thing that's being offered is maybe asking you to collaborate, to move to a different kind of state, and yet it feels pre-guided. It's like your soul is asking for that, and it's causing turmoil. But I think you need to drink a lot of tea, and see tea also in drinking it. See it as your rest, see it as your contemplation, see it as your taking time out, your meditation. Make your tea taking a ritual, because I feel like it's so linked to this temperance card. This card, I'm feeling it as healing, the tea is healing, and temperance is about finding that like space of calm, that place in between where you see both sides of the picture, and where you are patient on the journey with yourself and with others. Okay, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. It's cryptic, and that's just the way it is. I hope it helps you. I must move on to your, I was about to say goodbye. We are moving on to your Celtic cross now. Okay, Earth, and you get the Hierophant in the reverse. There's something, there's this unconventional path that you might be on, Virgo. And it kind of links to what I was talking about earlier. You get the 2 of Cups upright in your near past. So there was love, there was a partnership, there was something close to your heart in the near past. It might be past, but somehow it's influencing what's going on now. You have your energy is the 7 of coins in the reverse, and that's talking about impatience, something that you might be impatient about, or someone around you is impatient about, and it might be to do with partnerships or collaborations of some sort, maybe around finances. I mean, it could be love, it could be other partnerships, but that they interact with each other. But that's the key thing that's going on here. You have the Queen of Swords. Wow, this is interesting. So you've got Libra here, and you've got the Queen of Swords here. So you might be dealing with an air sign, or specifically maybe a Libra. But this is what you need to think about. So interesting, there's turbulence here in this particular Queen of Swords. maybe you've angered a Queen of Swords. I mean, it doesn't have to be, wow, look at this. There's a partnership here. Oh, no, that's the Ace of Swords. Is it? No, it's a King. King of Swords and Queen of Swords. So there may be a partnership here. Some like deep relationship here. But there's a Queen of Swords that you need to think about. And then in the unconscious is this Justice card in the reverse. Maybe you feel you've been unfairly treated by a Queen of Swords. Could be a relationship. It could be work. Because I'm seeing the coins here as well. Gosh, the readings are very curious. They're very interesting. There's another King. King of Wands. And you know, this is in reverse. I did mention Aries as well. So you have the King of Wands in the reverse representing you. So maybe that's your energy, is this. Gosh, I think you are. What is going on? It's like you're moving away, like you've had enough. So maybe you are moving from something that felt unjust to something you feel is more fair, something where you felt like an outsider to something where you feel like you are part of. At least that's what you're wanting. Because here at the center, you have the Seven of Wands, which is impatience around some kind of partnership. And then you have in your near future the Six of Coins. Coins. So it's about the material world. It's about the practical, the physical. That is a big concern for you right now, Virgo. And you are an earth sign, so that's what makes you comfortable. But you have here this unevenness in the near future. Like a lack of even give and take. So it seems like, so if I think about your theme, so maybe your theme for the next 3 months is about this change. And this change is to do with partnerships and the way you relate with partnerships. It's also to do with your fears. And now, so this could be about partnerships as well, you know. It's a card of 2-11. But there's definitely some lack of clarity around it. There's something unfair going on, Virgo. At least maybe you feel it's unfair. It's like you feel like you've been unfairly treated. And you want justice. You feel like whatever's happened has not been an equal give and take. But there's a partnership here. And then your advice is the Knight of Wands. So I'm feeling like, well, let me get a clarifier for the Knight of Wands before I say too much. There is an energy that suggesting you need to move forward. Like stop thinking already. Just move forward. Almost like you know what's right for you, Virgo. Maybe you are overthinking. You get the Three of Pentacles. There again is this partnership thing. There's some partnership that's causing turmoil, or this wanting a partnership that is causing turmoil for you. So with the Two of Cups, you get the High Priestess. So there's this thing of having been guided there. This Two of Cups didn't just come. It came because you asked for it. It's kind of like that's your past energy. You had asked for this love or this ideal job or this place where you would feel whole and where you were an equal partner, and it came, and it was divinely guided towards you through your intuition and through you asking for guidance. But now where we sit here, you get again this Eight of Swords, this feeling of stuckness. This is the same card as you got in your overview reading, the theme reading, like what would get in your way. And it was the Eight of Swords. It's like feeling helpless and hopeless. It's feeling like, where, if I go left, where will it lead? And if I go right, where will it lead? And here it's depicted as feeling stuck. And you're feeling stuck because you are not able to make a decision. You are imagining yourself to be stuck as well. But it's almost like you have a sense of impatience, Virgo. But I think that impatience is more like a not trusting. And not trusting in spirit. Yet you've been led here, you know. Very interesting. And you get the Magician with the Three of Coins. And I feel, wow. So you're worried about these collaborations or this collaboration that's come to you. And you're feeling all stuck, and yet here you have the power of the Magician on your side. It's like you brought yourself here, like you had a say in this, Virgo. It's almost like you're seeing yourself as not having had a say, or like, I kept saying preordained and stopping myself. And maybe that's it. You almost feel like you were pushed here, but actually you brought yourself here. You did things to bring yourself here. You had agency, and you still have agency, and you have much more power than you think. With the Queen of Swords, you get the Six of Swords. So maybe there's a transition happening with this Queen of Swords for you. There's a change. You know, for some of you, you're letting go of the Queen of Swords with the Justice card there below. But there's a transition happening, and it's, do you know, for some it's like maybe there was words with a Libran, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a Queen of Swords or someone who has that kind of intellectual energy that's very much in their heads, right? But someone who's stuck in their heads, and there's a change happening with that relationship. For some, you know, you could have had words with someone, and now it's transforming into something that's easier. Maybe there's conversation and a clarifying of things. But in your unconscious, you have two major arcana in the reverse. It's like you're fighting with yourself here, Virgo. You are not wanting to see a different perspective. I refuse. And maybe there's a part of you that is wanting justice a certain way, you know. Maybe you're feeling disillusioned. And for you, it's almost like it has to present in a certain way for it to be this. So you can think about that. Your energy is the King of Wands with the Hermit. You've got your own energy, but in the reverse. So all I can say for you is that you are, there's this Aries energy again, but maybe it's yours. I feel you're in fighting mode. Maybe you don't, and maybe what this reading is helping you see is that whatever's going on, there's a transition happening. There's a cycle that is changing. There is a huge, you know, Virgo, what it is that you're being guided to go with the flow, to trust. If I think back on your cards now, you got the third eye, and you got the crown chakra. You really are being guided to trust that there is a divine hand in here with you. You know, you have the power, but you are in this together. Your higher self is with you. Your higher guidance, however you see that, is with you. You know, you're not alone. But you are in Mars energy, I feel. And if I think back to your guidance earlier, it was about taking a chill pill, like using tea as your ritual of going within. Take that seriously, Virgo. I think you really need to come down off this wheel of feeling injustice. And if I think about the Hanged Man, yeah, that's exactly it. It's like you feel you've been unfairly treated. And so, it's, I understand that we can, I've been feeling like that this week. I've been feeling this Mars energy, like, oh, I want to fight for my rights, And sometimes we can get stuck in there because it feels self-righteous, maybe, and we can feel it's safe. It's easier than to find the middle ground, because when we find the middle ground, then we have to deal with other people's pain and our own pain. So it's something like that, Virgo. And then around you is the Wheel of Fortune, the World card, sorry, and the Five of Coins. So there's somewhere you don't want to let go of this. You might be fighting against this outsider energy. There's the Hierophant as well here. It's so interesting. Aries also got that 5 thing, this change, and maybe there's a part of you that's fighting against the change. There's somehow this need, wanting to be alone, and yet at the same time wanting the togetherness or something like that. In the near future, you get the 6 of Coins and the King of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you are I do feel like there's a lot of anger here with you, Virgo, like you feel like you want to throw in the towel on it, maybe a relationship or something that's too emotional. That's what I see there. And then with the Knight of Wands, you get the 4 of Wands. Oh, and I like this 4 of Wands. Just look how cool it is. It's really cute, man. Wow. But it's like a moving forward to your stability. It's like take the bull by the horns and act. That's what the guidance is the need to act towards your stability. And then with the King of Swords here, you get the Page of Wands. And this is your outcome card. So you might be coming to a place of detachment and letting go of something that has been making you feel maybe too much passion or something, or what you see as too much passion. Such a weird and interesting reading. Let me get clarifiers for. There's this the Knight of Wands again. Well, I feel like you are somehow going to, I don't think it's detached. I think it's more clear-minded. You will be clear-minded and move forward with a stronger understanding. But you will have a stronger understanding of why things had to go the way they were, the way they went. And there you get the Queen of Coins, which is your energy, Virgo. It's the Mother of Coins. It's stability. It's a loving heart. I feel like you are being guided to this place of balance with the way you take things forward. And in the process, you will first have to let go of some aspects of yourself. Your anger, I think I think it will happen, that we can't hold on to anger too long, and you will find yourself in a space of wanting to give, because maybe that's part of your nature. Virgo is this Mother of Coins, this Earth Mother energy, that you you have to go through this process and feel all these feelings, and rely on your inner wisdom, rely on, know that you are working with something higher or within you, that it's not just happening by chance. Whatever's happening is part of your healing, part of your growth, and part of your journey, Virgo. And that's all I can say. That's what I can say. Okay, Virgo, I hope this helps you. I'll be back with the weekly pick a card readings at the end of the week, and I'll chat with you again soon. Sending you lots of love. Bye.